on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From Coralville, Iowa and Extreme Arena, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to Girl Scout Night at Extreme Arena, where the 7-3 Hawkeyes will look to get back into the win column against the 0-8 East Texas A&M Lions. I'm John Evans, courtside at Extreme Arena with Reagan Coyle. It was an exciting match Wednesday night, but after dropping the first two sets, Iowa ran out of good fortune against the Iowa State Cyclones, losing a 5-set thriller. Freshman Gia McGrew got her first career start, and she was up to the task, leading Iowa with 13 kills, hitting .250 on the night. Senior Milana Moisio set another career high with 20 digs, but the ever-elusive consistency plagued the Hawkeyes, and they ultimately fell in 5 sets and allowed the Cyclones to escape Eastern Iowa with a win. It's a different opponent tonight, as East Texas A&M is 0-8 in their first full season of Division I athletics. They've only won 3 sets on the season, but one of those was last week against Colorado State. And it was on the road, so they've played a little bit better. They've shown some signs. Gracie Campbell will lead the offense. Jade Washington will quarterback the defense for the Lions. It's the Lions and the Hawkeyes from Extreme Arena in Coralville on a Friday night. With that, I'm going to bring in my friend, an outstanding color analyst, Reagan Coyle.
Hello, hello.
How are you, ma'am?
Doing great. How are you?
I am fantastic on a Friday. So we've got we've got a good spot. We've got a good place to bounce back here if you're Iowa, right?
Definitely. Still stings a little bit losing to the Cyclones on Wednesday night, but we've had a chance to recover, and yeah, it's definitely a good time to bounce back and play some Iowa volleyball tonight.
So what will you look for in, we'll call it the first 10 or 15 points of the match? What kind of intensity or focus or look will you be searching for to find out if Iowa is locked in tonight?
I think it's going to be important to really start strong. I feel like we struggled with that against Iowa State, going down 0-2, especially that second set, just kind of letting Iowa State go on that run. It's going to be really important to not let a team like East Texas A&M kind of play stronger than you in your own arena. Iowa wants to take that back tonight and really start off on a high note.
Well, the one thing you can control, and we talked about it during the match on Wednesday, you can control your effort level, right? And so get after it. Don't really even let the underdogs feel like they have a chance, right?
Exactly, yep. And I think energy on the court is going to be important tonight. It looks like everyone is happy to be there, and they're starting off on a good note. So that'll be important, just keeping the energy high and making sure they don't play down to the other side of the court tonight.
Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Hawkeyes in black tonight. Libero Mo Moisio in her usual gold jersey, but we've got a new one in gold jersey tonight. Mariska Hoshlik is also in a gold jersey, as Iowa is probably going to give her an opportunity to serve. The freshman from the Ukraine will get a chance to serve. A little different starting lineup again tonight. You'll see Allie Barrett will be out there. Again, Mo Moisio will be out there. Claire Emerald, Gia McGrew will get her second start. The freshman, she was fantastic Wednesday night. Did a really nice job with some out-of-system balls. Hannah Whittingstall, Carmel Vares will start. The new starter, will be McKenna Rumpel. Kenna's getting a chance to get her first start, the freshman from Mesa, Arizona. Sashka Stojanovic is available. It's there's no punishment. Obviously, Sashka was second on the team in kills Wednesday night. Just giving her a little bit of a break. She's got some things that they'd like to heal up and rest a little bit as Iowa gets ready for the Big Ten season. On the Lions side, they're in white Navy libero jersey. Gracie Campbell, Haley Mullaney, MJ Klauman, Jade Washington, Brooke Box, Rendy Fetty, and Nawea Smith. That'll be Haley Mullaney to serve and get us started here tonight. She pops it over the net at Barrett. Good ball. Push to the middle, and that's Rumpel. Ball's dug up. Push to the middle, it's slapped over. Moisio with the dig. Amaral outside. McGrew. Dug up by Washington. Tight ball. Rumpel wins the joust and gets a back row setter call. And so Iowa scores the first point, 1-0.
Definitely a different speed of play so far, a little bit slower than what we saw from Iowa State on Wednesday. So Iowa will need to remain fast on their side.
Moisio knocks it across the net. Ball's pushed to the right side on the slide through the block, dug by Amaral. Moisio platforms it to McGrew on the left. She sharp cuts it, but hits the antenna.
Tough ball from McGrew. That was a good height on the out-of-system ball from Moisio, but just too far outside of the court for McGrew to do much with it.
Fetty now to serves. Good strong serve. Barrett looked like she wanted to let it go out, then decided she better play it. By the time she decided, it was too late. Ace serve. 2-1 Lions. Fetty with pace again. Moisio, middle of the floor. Amaral outside to McGrew. Washington overpass. McGrew again. And look at that fire again. You mentioned that Wednesday night, what Gia brings to the lineup there, the energy the freshmen bring.
Yes, I love it. Even though we're 4 points into the first set, that fire is the same than what we saw towards the end of a few of the sets on Wednesday night. She just has that spark, and everyone, it really fuels off of it.
Alyssa Warden serves it down the line. Good pass to the right side. Blocked, but covered up. And that'll go as a block. Two good contacts, but then the third one goes out of bounds. So give the block to, that'll be McGrew and Whittingstall. 3-2 Iowa. Warden serves, sends a float this time. Diving play right on the net. Push to the right there, the left side. Moisio uses hands. Amaral goes up, swings off the block and scores. 4-2 Iowa.
Smith was up and got a touch on that swing from Amaral, but just went off the ball, unrecoverable by the defense.
Warden again with a little more pace this time, and another good pass. Right side swing against, pushed over. Barrett's there, good ball. Amaral pushed it outside. McGrew, big swing, dug by Washington. Back row attack coming. This time it's rolled. Good read by Amaral. Moisio uses hands out to McGrew again. Blocked and out of bounds. Hawks score.
Good smart swing by McGrew, just off the hands to use that block to get it out of bounds. A lot of out-of-system play for Iowa side right now.
Warden right down the line again. Middle attack, blocked by Whittingstall. She gets the best of Smith.
That's the baboon block you're looking for always as a blocker. That has to feel good.
I know why Washington leads the team in digs. Almost 6 a set. She's done a nice job so far. Good pass on the Warden serve. Right down the line this time, that's Campbell.
Just found some space in between the Whittingstall-Amaral block. Paints it kind of inside line.
They had gone away from Campbell, but she's going to get twice as many swings as anybody on the team if you follow the season numbers. Jade Washington to serve, 5-1 on the program. That ball does not get over the net, 7-3 Iowa. Jamie Marquardt will come in for Gia McGrew, and Sharday Van Zant will come in for Allie Barrett. And Jamie will go back to the service line. Hops forward, fires it cross court, makes Campbell play it. Ball goes back out to Campbell. Block set up, good touch. Sharday's there. Goes out to Sharday now from Amaral. Ball falls on the Lions side, and a good diving effort play, but crossed the center line, so gives Sharday the kill, 8-3 Iowa.
good diving effort play, but also watch your ankles and knees coming under the court on Iowa's side like that.
Yeah, that's fortunately at that point everybody was back on the ground, and so it worked out. Early timeout for the Lions. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Iowa out to an 8-3 start. I asked you in the open, Coach Coyle, I said, what did you want to see in the first 10 points? Well, we're 11 points in. Have you seen the energy and effort level you wanted so far?
I like what I'm seeing right now. Iowa's playing loose and without any stress, kind of just playing free, and it's showing in their offense right now.
Gia McGrew with a couple kills early. Claire Emerald and Sade Van Zandt have one. A couple blocks for Iowa as well. Hannah Whittingstall's had a hand in both of those. Good, strong serve from Marquardt again. Ball comes out to the left, and Campbell. She's blocked. That's Emerald and Whittingstall with the third Iowa block in the first 9 points.
Whittingstall was able to get all the way out on that out-of-system ball and really create a nice closed block with Emerald.
Marquardt again sends a floater this time. Boy, it's a good one. Right side swing coming. Boy, that's a good swing. Took something off of it. That was Klauman that caught the back line.
Looked a little unconventional coming off. I don't think she meant to really swing that way, but it worked out, just finding some space in the backcourt.
A little top spin over the block and then dove right in front of the back line. Caitlin Pritchard now to serve. Good serve at Warden. Great pass to Emerald. Outside to Van Zandt. Wow. This is where her athleticism might really show. Definitely.
She just floats in the air for so long. She has such a high vertical, and she was able to hit that ball right over the East Texas A&M block.
10-4 Iowa. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. Hannah goes with a good top spin diver there. Ace serve. Iowa picking on Rendy Fetty a little bit, trying to find her wherever she is. That ball dove right in front of her.
Such a lethal serve, just drops immediately after touching the tape.
Hannah again fires it over this time, right to the same spot. Tight pass, Campbell on the outside. Good sharp cross. Hannah Whittingstall couldn't get the dig, darn middle.
Always a target on the outside when you've got your middle serving playing left back. No bro is what they say. Hit it to left back.
Campbell knocks the serve at Warden. Not a great pass. Emerald platforms it to Van Zandt. Tight ball. She's got a tip. Push to the right side. Tipped over. Diving play from Marquardt. Emerald back tip. Emerald back set. Moisio back to Emerald. Big swing on the left. Covers herself. McKenna Rumpel. Boy, look at the middle set now.
That was a beautiful middle set. Add that to the assist column for Rumpel, and she was proud about that one. No spin coming off. Perfect ball for Van Zandt.
Freshman dropped it right in the pocket, threw it behind her head. It was perfect out to Van Zandt. 12-5 Iowa. Coach Barnes giving me the, what do you know? Emerald fires the serve over. Good pass from Washington, back outside. Tipped over, Van Zandt. A little too tight to the net, though, and it never really came out of the net. Emerald tried to play it out of the net, but it just kind of rolled right down and never gave her a chance. 10,
yeah,
12-6.
Sometimes the net kind of pops it back out, but that one just died right in the net.
Yeah, just felt like it kind of ate it right there. Box to serve. Good job from Marquardt there. She went, found the sideline, and then watched it sail over her foot. So service error, 13-6 Iowa. McGrew back in. Marquardt heads to the bench, and Sade Van Zandt will head to the service line. Charday pops a good strong serve. Bad pass from Campbell. The ball's tight. It's going to get just platformed over. Van Zant, Amaral. Rumpel with the kill out of the middle. Nice swing there, 14-6.
Good to see Rumble back doing her middle duties. A nice swing there instead of setting.
We've talked about this. We've joked about it a lot. Every middle wants to be a great setter and a great libero. Van Zant sends it just over the end line, 14-7. Allie Barrett comes back in for Charday. Mulaney picks a new spot, heads over right in front of her bench. So she'll come zooming up the 5 spot here eventually. Pops it from well off the court. McGrew, bad pass. Amaral out to McGrew, who has to use 2 hands. Boy, Iowa got away with one there. Dug by Barrett. Amaral chases it down. McGrew will get another try. She tips gently, but dug up by Mulaney. Back row from Campbell. Off of the Rumpel block. They probably deserve that point because we joked about it Wednesday night that when a ball goes over with 2 hands, double contact seems to be called a lot. That one kind of looked like McGrew sent it over sideways.
It definitely had some spin to it. I was really surprised when the ref didn't blow his whistle there.
Got away with it. So 14-8 Iowa. Mulaney to serve again. Moisio, Amaral, good ball. And McGrew gets the kill. Well, that's a good save from Claire there to keep it on the Iowa side and push it out.
Definitely, she's so good at those one-handed saves, and McGrew just so much power behind her swing.
Gia with 3 now. And we'll get the other libero, Mariska Hoshlik, in to serve. I have listened carefully to her say her name. I've tried and tried, and I still don't feel like I'm any good at it. We're actually going to get a challenge. I feel like they won the point. What do they? Oh, I guess they didn't. I feel like this is a really late challenge as well.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Already had the ball. And we're not going to get the challenge after all.
All right.
So Mariska's got a really nice topspin serve. See if she takes a little off of it to start, or if she goes full fastball. Took a little off. Washington, decent pass. Right side swings, tipped over through the block. Hawks can't get it up in the air, though. Good diving play from Varez. 15-9.
Topspin is effective, but when you take a little off like that, it's fairly easy for your opponent to pass that ball and be in system.
Kind of spins right into the platform, right? You're just able to knock it up in the air. Moisio, great pass to Amaral, right side to Varez through the block. Good dig from Fetty. Push all the way across to Campbell, blocked. Varez and Whittingstall get the block on Campbell.
Great block by Varez. It's great to see her with a smile on her face tonight. I feel like she struggled a little bit Wednesday night against Iowa State, so it will be nice to see her get going tonight.
Yeah, she had been so good in Cape Girardeau. Struggled a bit Wednesday. Good serve from Warden. Right side swing again, blocked again, and that'll catch the back line on a good block. That one was Whittingstall and McGrew as they block Plowman.
Yeah, Iowa's block is automatic tonight. Whittingstall is able to close to both pins. She's doing a great job getting to both sides.
Warden tried to go aggressive down the line that time, sailed it over Fetty's head and out of bounds. 17-10. Each team with an ace and a couple service errors. Washington now back to serve for the Lions. Sails the serve over Moisio. Good ball. Amaral outside to McGrew. Through the block and down. Good power there. Block was there and it just kind of rattled through into the floor.
Yeah, she just tried to test Box's block up there. She has such a powerful swing that since Box wasn't all the way pressed over the net, she's able to just find some space between her and the net, get the kill on that.
Van Zant and Marquardt re-enter. Marquardt, good solid serve off Fetty. Campbell has to platform it. Fetty has to knock it over. Hands by Warden. Amaral takes a swing, and that was not the right time as they had a double set up right on top of her.
They definitely watched some film. They knew Amaral was going to take a couple swings on the ones that she could.
18-11. I like more of the sneaky ones, not the high lobby balls. Warden, good pass to Amaral outside. Van Zant over the block and scores.
Yeah, that one was almost too obvious.
Yeah,
nice lofty ball. She had a lot of time to approach.
Yeah, they had plenty of time to kind of sit around and decide, and so Whittingstall to serve. Hawks by 8 here in set 1. Hannah, good strong serve to the corner. Fetty, though, great pass. Goes outside Campbell, though. Behind her, blocked again. Rumpel and Amaral get the block, 20-11. Iowa with 6 blocks here in the first set. And that'll draw the second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Iowa moving swiftly through the first set, 20-11. 6 blocks so far for, I kind of asked you during the break, combination of opponent, combination of Iowa block being a little bit better. Felt like in Missouri and Wednesday night, Iowa touched a lot of balls but couldn't necessarily seal the point. Maybe getting a little redemption on some of that here tonight.
Definitely. I think the Lions offense runs a little bit slower than what they've seen already, so they have a lot of time to get their block nice and close. But nonetheless, great blocking tonight by Iowa, and they're able to be a big force at the net.
Whittingstall serves it over. Push to the outside to Campbell again. Block didn't get there this time. Warden does, though. Outside low ball to Van Zant. And she hits it, tries to hit it down the line and misses.
There's a little bit of a miss set by Amaral there. Kind of looked different coming off and really low too.
It didn't really allow Charday to get into that athleticism, get over. Jamie Marquardt was all ready to use platform, and all of a sudden it stayed up in the air, tried to quickly change to hands and couldn't make the adjustment. Ace serve for Campbell. Campbell pops it at her again. Great ball this time, middle of the floor. Slide to Rumpel. Knocks it off the back right defender and scores.
And Box on the Lions jumped with Amaral there because Amaral really sold her approach, and that was a good fake out by Amaral just to get the middle thinking again.
Warden leaves, Varez re-enters. That'll send Amaral to the service line. She pops across court at Campbell. Push to the right side, big high swing. Rumpel and Van Zant.
There's that ba-boom again.
That was definitely
just the best sound ever. It's a great blocking presence by Van Zant and Rumpel there. Nice and pressed over the net.
There's 3 hits there. There's the contact, the block, and the floor,
yep,
all in quick succession. Amaral puts the serve in the net, 22-14. We're going to get a serving sub here. Samaj Cox will come in to serve. And she's listed at 5'2" on the program. If you're 5'2", though, are you really fudging it? You might as well just own that.
Right.
Or if you're 5'1", you own that.
Yep.
Amaral pushes to the right side to Van Zant. Good swing. And that'll go for a kill. His ball went off the right back and then carried all the way back over the inline. Charday with 5 now. And she'll go back to serve. Charday pops a good cross-court serve. Fetty, good pass. Back out to her. Rolls it over. Amaral. Oh! Varez tried to change directions, just couldn't get the frame turned around in time.
Yeah, that's got to be McGrew coming off the net there to play off-blocker defense. She's got to pick that ball up so that way Amaral has at least an out-of-system ball to Varez behind her. And Amaral can take that second ball.
Instead of Amaral made the dig, but then that kind of left everybody in limbo. Haley Mullaney will eventually serve once we've got there are a couple subs on the Lions side as well. And Barrett came back in for Van Zandt, so checking the Lions side to make sure everybody on the floor is supposed to be on the floor, I think. 23-15, Iowa leads. Iowa hitting 360 here in the first set, holding the Lions to 0. 7 kills, 7 errors for East Texas A&M, and all 7 hitting errors have been blocks. So, I guess that's a good thing for Iowa.
It is, yeah. Their block looks really great tonight. Playing nice and free. Everyone's having fun on the court.
Hannah Whittingstall's had a hand in 5 of those blocks, and everybody else is kind of spread out from there. 5 kills for Van Zandt, 4 for McGrew, so Iowa left side hitters doing a nice job. Kind of Rumpel out of the middle has a couple.
It's good to see the left sides with some action tonight. Just going off of Iowa State, just a tough get from Iowa's outsides Wednesday night. So it's good to see that offense kind of get back to being balanced when it does best.
Yeah, we are back and ready for action here. Gonna be Haley Mullaney to serve. Also the setter for one of the 2 setters for the Lions. She spins, pops it forward. Good ball from Barrett. Amaral, middle of the floor, goes behind her to Varez. And Carmel gets the kill off the block that drugged straight down on the Lions side, and Iowa has set point after Carmel's first kill of the night.
Yeah, Varez just found that moving hand of the Lions middle. Such a high swing. It's a great tool swing.
All right, so you said you didn't like the changeup. See Mariska with the fastball here. Nearly kills Varez.
Yeah, it's a low toss for her.
But I mean, you need to see it. And this is the type of match where you'd like to think she can do it and, and give it a swing, test it out in the arena with a little more adrenaline. You just, practice isn't replicating the same idea. So Fetty knocks the serve out of bounds to return the air. And a fairly anticlimactic end to the first set. Iowa takes it 25-16. Iowa got out early, never really threatened. Kind of did what you wanted Iowa to do in this. So we'll take 2 minutes and we'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. John Evans and Reagan Coyle here. Iowa takes the first set 25-16. Iowa doing their level best to make sure we get out and see as much of the Iowa football game tonight as we can. Iowa takes on Rutgers in a rare, maybe not as rare anymore, but a rare-ish Friday night kickoff. 7 o'clock, I believe, is what it is here in Iowa. So we'll see if we can watch most of that if things go well. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. All right, Reagan, what'd you see in the first set?
Saw lots of good, clean volleyball. Lots of great blocking. That's what stands out the most to me, especially Whittingstall. She's just covering the net so well, able to get close to both pins. Just really love what I'm seeing from Iowa's blocking. So good to get into a nice rhythm, especially kind of last tournament before starting big play. Really nail down your blocking rhythm and chemistry with your pin hitters as a middle. Looks great tonight.
I talked about it last Friday when Iowa played Murray State, a team that maybe wasn't as good as Iowa, and you mentioned it earlier. What I thought Iowa did a nice job in the first set was they took care of their side of the net. They didn't worry about who they were playing. These are the things that we need to do to be successful, and I thought Iowa did a really nice job of that.
Definitely, and it's going to be important to continue that into the second set, but just make sure they're not playing down to the Lions level and just keep their foot on the gas, really.
Same lineup for the Hawkeyes, and that will mean Allie Barrett starts to serve for Iowa here in set 2. Barrett knocks across court. Fetty with a good ball. Platform back to her. No touch called as that ball goes out of bounds. So the first Lion hitting error that Iowa doesn't block. 1-0 Iowa. Barrett fires cross again. Got into Fetty, but another good pass. Pushed back to Campbell. Overpass. Fetty dug by Barrett. Amaral, middle to Rumpel, catches the line. Good swing again from the freshman. Hawks with the first 2 points of the second set.
Her third kill, no errors. Rumpel is really hitting really efficiently right now.
You and I talked at the break. I think she's owed one, too, on the stats. So hopefully she gets one more. Barrett, another good serve. Not a good pass this time. Campbell again from the back row. Dug by Barrett. McGrew, high platform across. Tight ball for Varez. The freshman to freshman there. And she hits it in the one corner right in front of the Lion bench.
And Varez is able to really use her height on that ball. For anyone else, that would have been too high, too tight to the net to do anything with. But she was able to go get it over the block.
See if Barrett takes a little off this serve. She's pushing it into Fetty, but it's getting deep into that corner. Fetty, great pass this time. Middle attack. That was a good handle there from Gianna Brown, as that ball I thought was set too high. She just kind of went up, still got it, and flipped it over the block 3-1.
Yeah, basically just tipped it on her way down in the air.
Fetty now to serve, way beyond the end line, knocks the serve over. Good serve, good pass though. Amaral right side to Varez, high off the block. Washington tracks it down. Good pass, great set, block though. That's Rumpel and Varez with the block on Brown that time. 4-1 Iowa.
Another block from Rumpel. Really great 3 rotations from her in the middle.
Mariska will get another chance to serve.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. My guess is she's going to take a little off this one again. Took too much off that one. Okay, now you can see the demons in between her ears, and so it'd be up to her to shake it off. And
yeah, she's a little kind of hesitant right now, I feel like. She's in her head.
I've seen the serve. It's a good one. She just needs to trust herself here. Washington to serve. Good serve there. Moisio, though, great pass. Whittingstall out of the middle, knocks it off Washington, scores. Boy, that was a lot of really good contacts. Washington with a great serve, dropped it in front of Moisio, who dove and got it. Short pass to Claire, who got it up to Whittingstall for a kill in the corner. 5-2 Iowa. Warden re-enters for Varez. Alyssa knocks the serve over. Bad pass from Campbell. Right side rolled over. Moisio there easy. Tight ball. Amaral loses the joust. Just kind of missed it, but McGrew will get a swing. Freshman put it right in the net that time, 5-3.
Yeah, let that drop too far in the air. She needs to go up and attack that ball high. When it's out of system like that, can't get too hard of a swing to try to bounce that ball. You really got to control it and kind of rule shot it to keep the play alive.
Looked like she really wanted to go sharp cross, and that is a tough ball to hit that way. Serve comes over from Pritchard. Tight ball there. That time, Amaral wins the joust. Warden uses hands. Amaral goes up strong. Whittingstall with nobody home, but a great diving play from Fetty. Iowa will get another try. Warden, Amaral, Whittingstall. Another diving play, this time from Pritchard. High ball across. Warden, Amaral. But unfortunately, she hit it right to the back row. Tight ball this time, blocked. Washington, good cover. Middle attacks tipped over. Amaral doesn't control the touch. Boy, Iowa did not win a point they should have, I guess is the way I'll say that one.
No, yeah. The Lions earned that point, though. What great defense. Kind of 3 in a row they were able to keep alive. Really great defensive plays.
5-4 Iowa leads. Pritchard to serve. Good serve at Warden. Amaral, the Whittingstall slide misses wide. We're tied at 5.
Whittingstall just trying a different ball. Hit a few cross on her slide. She tries to go line on that one, just a little too wide.
Pritchard switches spots, fires it over. That ball's tight. Dunked over, but dug up. Back out to Campbell. Dug up by Moisio. Amaral platforms. McGrew's there. Tight ball. Pushes it off the block. Smart play that time from the freshman. Just tooled the block.
Very smart play. That was a tight ball way outside the antenna, but she was able to use some Lions' hands there to get that ball to land out of bounds.
Marquardt now to serve. Good, strong serve. Campbell, good pass. Middle attack, those a bumper. And that's a double contact. And then Warden tries to push it right back. And Coach Joe Morales is probably rightfully angry.
Right.
That was double contact, but the first one probably was too that didn't get called on Iowa. Marquardt, good flat serve. Bad pass. Washington, good track. Knocked over by Fetty. Warden steps up. Amaral pushes across to Van Zant. No chance for the Lion block there. 8-5.
Van Zant with her just high, powerful swing again. She finds a hole in between the block and just hits that kind of inside line. Great swing.
Whittingstall goes up to knock it down, but doesn't get the kill. And then Campbell tries a sharp cross, and she missed wide. 9-5 Iowa.
Whittingstall kind of flat-handed that just over the net. I think she was a little worried she was going to get called over if she did her full press block.
Marquardt now to serve again. Another good flat serve. Campbell, bad pass. Chase down. Campbell will get a swing. The Warden let it go right over her ear and caught the back corner. 9-6. Campbell now to serve. Good strong serve again. Bad pass from Marquardt. Moisio back row to Warden into the net. 9-7.
I don't think Warden was quite ready for that ball to come back to her for the back row attack by Moisio. Seemed a little surprised when the set was coming to her.
Marquardt, better pass. Not great, though. Van Zandt. Washington gets a great dig. Knocked across. Warden shoves it to the back corner and scores.
A second attempt for that one. She tried it earlier and play got stopped early. She was like, I'm going to try this again. Don't see that a lot.
Yeah, I like the basic concept, but boy, you better be sure with two hands.
Yep.
Whittingstall, good serve right down the line. Campbell, good ball. Middle attack. Found the middle back again.
Found the middle. No, bro. There's Whittingstall. She thought they might trick him, and she played right back instead. They still found her.
She played right back, and they absolutely found her. 10-8. Samaj Cox in to serve. Pops a strong serve over. Marquardt, tight ball to Amaral. Middle attack to Van Zandt. Hello.
That's a great option that we haven't seen a whole lot of yet from Iowa. Kind of Van Zandt coming in on that 32 ball. She just elevates so much. Leaves a lot of open space for her to hit that sharp cross, which is her best swing.
Well, if she shows outside, it leaves the block out there, and she's so fast and athletic then coming inside. She's able to close it down. Amaral. Fetty with a good pass. Right side swing. Sharp cross there from Roper. Ropes out of bounds. 12-8 Iowa. Amaral again. Sends a little floater over. Fetty into the net. Platform to cross. Moisio. Amaral. Van Zandt. Boy, and Pritchard's making a business decision as she runs up to the 10-foot line. She's going to catch one of those in the forehead.
Definitely.
Fortunately for her, Van Zandt hits it a little deeper and misses her. 13-8. Campbell, good pass this time, middle of the floor. Middle attack's tipped over. Amaral's there. Moisio uses hands out to Varez. That ball was a little too far inside, and Varez, by the time she kind of limboed her way to it, sent it into the Lion bench, 13-9.
Yeah, that's a tough swing as a right-hander on the right side with such an inside ball like that. You got to know it's pretty far in and either take a little bit off of it just to keep it in the court or do something different like a tip or a roll shot.
Savannah Jennings, flat-footed serve. Hawks collide. Amaral, good ball to Rumpel, scores.
Add another one for Rumpel. She's up to 4. No errors still.
4 kills on 5 swings and 3 blocks. A nice job in her first start. Sharday Van Zandt to serve for the Hawks, 14-9. Strong serve. Fetty, good ball. Fetty rolls. McGrew's there. The Hawks with a little indecision. The Hawks will just have to send it across. Washington. Right side swing. Thrown through the block. That was Klauman that threw a good slider right through the Rumpel Van Zandt blocks.
It was a really it was like a power tip.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
I like throw. You were a right side hitter though, so you probably want a little more grace than I want. Hawks collide again. That is, boy, that's a great job from Moisio to keep that ball in play. Push to the outside. That's third contact though. On third, I thought third contact you could go attack it. Even as a blocker, you can be across the net as a blocker, right?
Unless you're across the plane over the net, then it's illegal. But
because ultimately that's what she got called for.
Yeah, that one was debatable. I feel like she wasn't too far over.
Serve comes at Moisio, pushes outside to McGrew. Boy, she might be outthinking herself a little bit now as she tried to cut shot that one again. 14-12.
Yeah, she's really trying to hit that sharp cross, but she's trying a little bit too hard. She just needs to loosen up and just trust her swing.
Fetty again. Barrett, bad pass. Moisio gets it down. McGrew. Boy, that ball was almost out on the platform. Pushed all the way across to Campbell. Dug by Barrett. Amaral to Varez. Blocked but into the net. 15-12. And I think that should get our TV timeout. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawkeyes 15, Lions 12 here at Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Iowa took the first 25-16. Okay, Coach Coyle, we talked in the first set about Iowa got to the fast start you wanted. They played more on their side of the net, keeping track of their own business. Doesn't feel like that's been the case here in the second set quite as well. So what do you do to get Iowa back on track here in the second set?
I just feel like they're not playing as sharp as they did in the first. The Lions defense has really stepped up. They've been digging a lot more balls than they did in the first set. And I feel like that's catching Iowa off guard just a little bit when these rallies are starting to continue longer and longer. A few miscue plays on Iowa's side, just not playing as clean as they should be playing right now. I think if they clean up those few things, less unforced errors on Iowa's side, I feel like they can really pull away here.
Iowa still holding the Lions to 0 hitting percentage, but Iowa only hitting .250 in this set, so a little bit more of a struggle. Just one block though for the Lions. So again, it's on Iowa. Mariska knocks that ball over. Right side swings, tipped over. Varez with one hand, and unfortunately Barron has a little ball got on her, and she kind of just swiped at it. 15-13.
And it's the same thing I mentioned earlier with McGrew coming off to play off-blocker defense. Varez has to do the same as a right-side hitter. She's got to take that ball so that way Amaral can get the second contact and at least get McGrew on a good out-of-system ball.
Jade Washington to serve. She pops it across. Good ball from Barrett. Middle attack, Whittingstall. Boy, that ball's going to get over. Great job from the Lions. Whittingstall again. It's going to get dug again. Whittingstall is having hard luck here tonight. Oh, boy. And then the Lions have hard luck as Campbell nearly kills her middle. And nobody went for third contact. And then she went for it late and hit Brooke Box. Kind of in the jaw.
She went down hard.
Fortunately, I think it was mostly she was trying to turn away from it.
She was trying to get away from it, yeah. And then
Warden with the serve, 16-13 Iowa. Middle attack, she tips it over. McGrew, there's your off-ball defense. McGrew with a swing. Misses over the end line, no touch called. Iowa thinks there is one. Lions don't think there is one. Coach Barnes.
I didn't see one over here, but
Coach Barnes will grab the challenge card and we will get our first official challenge. Boy, that one is hardcore too. Gracie Campbell on the last one gets a ball handling error.
Ooh.
I mean, between her and Brooke Box, one of the two of them should have gone to get the ball.
Yep.
But then to, that's a, and I mean, they never really had control of the ball, so I might just revert all the way back and give a kill to the hitter there somewhere. Sharday Van Zant leading the Hawkeyes, 8 kills on 11 swings with 1 error. She's got a dig and a block as well. Gia McGrew having a little bit more of a challenge tonight. 5 kills, 4 errors on her 14 swings.
Yeah, hoping to turn that into 6 kills, right? She gets a touch on this one.
That's true. Get that flipped around. Actually, because she'll be. And then you've got McKenna Rumpel with 4 kills on 5 swings. Carmel Varez 3 kills on 6 swings. And Hannah Winningstall has she has 1 kill and 1 error on 6 swings, but her other 4 swings could have all been kills.
Absolutely.
But for great Lion defense. Iowa with 23 kills, the Lions just 13. Iowa with 1 ace and 5 errors. Probably not the serving numbers they wanted today. And Iowa out digging 18-15, out blocking 8-1. So just 1 block here in this set after 7 in the first set. Part of that is an adjustment too. The Lions tried to do something different. They're now missing the block, but they're also missing the court as well. So Iowa put some pressure on them, made them adjust, and the Lions haven't been able to adjust too well. Brooke Bach seems fine now. She's singing in the huddle. She's bringing out her Kelly Clarkson. So
Well, it is taking a while for this challenge to review. Must not be too obvious.
Right.
If there was a touch.
Yeah, if there was a touch. And so again, even though it would go against Iowa, I'm of the mind where if it's taking you this long to find it, it's you shouldn't do anything with it. So inconclusive. So the hitting error goes to McGrew. It's 16-14. So Pritchard now will serve. Quickly switches spots, went from in front of her bench over to the other side. Ooh, knocks the fisted serve over. Overpass. Iowa's able to get it in the air on Barrett. Rolled over by Amaral. Uses the setter though. Nice job there. Campbell off the block, dug by Warden. Amaral tracks it down, has to go outside to McGrew, who has to just tip it over. All the way out to Campbell again. That's one-on-one. 16-15 now. Campbell with 5.
Yeah, it was a really good serve. Need a good pass.
That ball's a little bit more of a floater, but Moisio not with a good pass. Barrett, McGrew has to just platform again, catches a break. Campbell from off the net. Dug by McGrew. Good high ball, middle of the floor. Out back to McGrew. And that time she gets the kill as the middle block was late. I feel like the part that Iowa has slipped on is the tempo. So every ball is higher and slower. When Iowa's good, they're able to get those hitters into more one-on-one or one-on-one and a half spots.
Yep.
Marquardt knocks the serve over. Fetty, good ball. Out to Campbell. Blocked. Amaral and Whittingstall.
And right now, Iowa's doing a good job in transition, but I feel like they're struggling a little bit in serve receive, trying to get that rhythm going. Need to focus on first ball kill, just to end the rally right away.
When these serves are all coming over, they're kind of soft floating serves. They're a little strange for what they're used to seeing. Dumped over, Whittingstall with hands, pushed outside. Van Zandt knows what to do. Even on a short transition.
She's so good just with that sharp cross. She finds some space on the inside of the block and is able to kind of muscle that through.
19-15 Iowa. Marquardt pops it across. Campbell, middle of the floor, back out to her, but behind her, blocked. But unfortunately, the timing was a little funny, and Claire was kind of coming down already, and so the ball goes through her block, 19-16.
Yeah, and Campbell's been their go-to hitter. She's really smart and has lots of shots lined up, and she got blocks on her last one, so she thought she'd do something different.
Good strong serve. Moisio, good pass. Van Zandt, another sharp cross. Washington, though, gets a piece of it. Fetty, well off the court. Moisio, Amaral takes the swing. Puts it into the one corner, 20-16.
Decided a little bit later on that one, Amaral did with that swing. Not quite as obvious as a kind of her jump sell that she does when she's about to swing. She waited until the last minute and kind of popped up and took a rip at it.
That's kind of what you want to see, though, right? Is because that way she's able to look across and say, hey, I've got a spot here instead of just making a decision of I'm going to swing at it.
Yep.
I like it when she sees an opportunity and tries to tackle it rather than kind of decides early that I'm going to go somewhere. Jordan Wachcaster comes in for Gracie Campbell. Campbell holding to the season average, 22 of the 52 swings for the Lions. Who she looked a little slow on the back row there, so she takes a little break. Goes right to Wachcaster. Ball goes outside to Fetty. Blocked. That's Peyton Young who's in the game as she comes in for Whittingstall. So Young and Amaral get a block. Iowa's 10th. Courtney Green comes in for the Lions now. Whittingstall serves. Washington, decent pass. Right side but behind. Has to roll it over. Hawks collide. Amaral punches it over and gets the kill on it. Just
that was up too.
Yeah, good athletic play for her just to get the kill. And I think I mentioned earlier, Peyton Young was in for Hannah Whittingstall. Obviously not. She went back to serve, and McKenna Rumpel came to the front row, but Peyton Young came in for her. 22-16. Coach Morales asked his player, did it hit the floor? And she just looked at him and went, yeah. Bad pass, good punch up there. Knocked across. Marquardt, Amaral, Van Zant high over the block, but Washington's there. Outside. That's a good swing, but just over the back line from Courtney Green, 23-16. Lions sitting on 2 timeouts here. And it was kind of a tight set there for a minute.
It was.
Wachcaster, bad pass. That'll go for an ace for Whittingstall. Set point, Iowa.
It's good to see her getting a serving run and find a rhythm back there.
It's a 5-0 run now for Iowa. I mean, this was a 2-point set.
It was.
They're right in the middle, and Iowa was able to pull away here. Whittingstall, Wachcaster right in the middle of the floor. Right side swing, knocked across, dug by Varez. Tipped by Van Zant, and that'll end it. First set was 25-16. Felt like Iowa just absolutely dominated. Second set was 25-16, and it didn't feel nearly the same way.
It did not. No, in the middle there it was a little tight, but I feel like that timeout kind of halfway through helped Iowa reset and get that spark back to end how they finished the first, really.
Yeah, Iowa did come back out of that media timeout, played exceptionally well, and kind of put more pressure on the Lions. As we kind of mentioned, got to a tempo that probably is a little bit more to Iowa's liking and really sped the Lions up and made them uncomfortable. Iowa leads 2-0, 25-16 in both. We'll take 2 minutes, and we'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Caleb and Andrew winning the Hawkeye swag in the Who Can Knock More Balls in the Trash Can contest here at Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Iowa leads 2-0, took both sets 25-16. They felt different, but got the same result in the end. Let's start with high points. Sharday Van Zandt, 10 kills on 15 swings for Iowa.
Yeah, she's automatic right now, and she's definitely the go-to hitter for Iowa. Just hitting so efficient. She just has lots of power to her swing tonight. Just hitting super efficient too. Like you said, just one error. It's great to see her get rolling tonight.
The other thing that Iowa's done really well is blocks. Threw up 7 in the first set, 3 there in the second, so 10 total blocks, and really kind of spread it around. Hannah Whittingstall had a hand in 6. Claire Amaral 4, but got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players have been credited with a block so far.
Yeah, Iowa's block just doing so good tonight too. They're just staying really patient with the slower offense that they're seeing on the Lions side, but really patient, getting to the pins really well, pressing over the net. The balls that they're touching are impossible to dig if you're on the Lions side, so lots of positive touches there.
And a strange leader for Iowa in digs. Allie Barrett leads Iowa in digs. She has 6. Claire Amaral and Mo Moisio with 4 apiece. Part of that was the Iowa block was so good.
Yeah.
And then it seems like when they finally did get it over, it was all back middle there, which is where Allie Barrett was camped out at.
Definitely. Yeah, the block is doing so well. They're taking away a lot of the court. They're taking away a lot of the cross court where Moisio is set up to play on defense. So, yeah, well, block is doing great, but unfortunately we'll take away from the dig column from Moisio.
I think she'll take that.
I think she will too.
I was joking with her before the match. I'm like, how's the body feel, kid? And she's like, as good as it can. I'm like, well, if you'd stop throwing your body everywhere, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But she's been great for Iowa so far. So good to see her kind of bombing around out there. As the Lions have retaken the floor. And I fully expect to give you a whole different lineup when Iowa retakes the floor. A quick look. Michigan downs Notre Dame in straight sets. Rutgers downs Coppin State in straight sets. Virginia beat Ohio State in 5. And we do have not a full new, but we'll get Peyton Young and McKenna Rumpel, the freshman middles, will start for Iowa. Jenna Meitzler will get in. Allie Barrett, Gia McGrew, and Rosa Vesti gets to make her first appearance of the year. Great to have Rosa on the court.
Yeah, a whole new lineup. It's great to see some fresh faces on the court and see how they all play together and hopefully take the third, try to beat the 25-16 streak that we have going on
I like it. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Yeah, that'd be fun. See if they, it's got to be kind of you got to take that as a challenge, right? If you're whatever you call it, the black or the gold, depending on which the first team is. Serve floats over. Moisio, great ball to Meitzler. Middle attack, Peyton Young. And that's what you see from Peyton is she's also got that float. She gets up there like a lot like Sharday. She just gets up there and hangs.
Yeah, she's up there and such a powerful swing too. It's a great first swing for her on the court.
Moisio to serve for the Hawks. Sends the floater to the corner. Fetty back out to her. Tipped over the block, but Iowa's in the net. First stat for Rosa Vesti is going to be a net call. Fetty with the kill. Rosa back in serve receive here. Fetty to serve. Off the tape, Barrett. Meitzler. Rosa from the right. Touch called, 2-1 Iowa.
Both line judges saw that there.
Both line judges called it, but no Hawkeye realized it. Rosa thought she blasted it out of the far corner. She used hands perfectly. We talk about that. Those high hands, you can look a little funny if you miss hands.
Right. Still counts as a kill.
She hit hands, though, and got the kill. Good serve from Warden. Right side swings, tipped over. McGrew gets called for a lift as she was able to, as she was falling away there off the block, was trying to punch it back up in the air, 2 apiece.
Yeah, it's really tough when you're coming down from a block not to panic and kind of shoot an arm out. You do have time. Let that ball drop. Take it with 2 hands. Get a platform on it. Get that ball second tempo.
Washington knocks the serve over. Moisio, great ball to Meitzler. Slide to Rumpel, blocked, covered up by Barrett beautifully. Meitzler dumps, scores. Boy, you could see her. She glanced over her shoulder to see, is there an opening?
Yep.
She was able to throw it into the corner nicely. Got the point.
Yeah, the Lions, though, Amaral is offensive, but they haven't really seen much film on Meitzler yet, so they weren't expecting her to attack that ball.
Marquardt in. Hallie Stepanidis in for her first action. Marquardt, great flat serve. Tight ball, push to the outside, off the block. But Iowa can't quite get there. Marquardt was more on the back line and couldn't get all the way up, tied at 3.
Even though there's quite a few different faces on the floor with our lineup on this, it's going to be important for Iowa not to give away too many points to the Lions.
Serve comes over at Marquardt. Great ball to Meitzler. Pushed outside. Stepanidis pushes it off the block. Warden has to just knock it over. Middle attack. Dug up by Iowa. Meitzler tight ball. Pushes it outside. Stepanidis blocked and in. Catches the line.
That was a really great swing. That's a tough one to defend. Coming such sharp cross like that inside the block.
First lead of the night for the Lions, 4-3. Serve sails over the inline, doesn't last long, tied at 4. Kenna back to serve now. Peyton Young back into the front row. Rumpel pops it over. Fetty, high ball middle of the floor, outside to Campbell. Dug by Marquardt. Meitzler pushes it. Warden from the blue. She's dug up. Washington finds her footing. Knocked over. Marquardt, great ball to Meitzler. Outside, Stepanidis. Oh, tooled it off the hand perfectly. 5-4 Iowa.
Really smart shot by Stepanidis. It was a pretty tight set over there from Meitzler, but Stepanidis did what she could with that. Got a kill.
Yeah, she had no room to work with, but works the outside hand and scores. Rumpel again. Good flat serve. Fetty, though, good ball. Oh, Fetty not ready to hit it, though. A lot of collision on Iowa. Peyton Young off the block. The funny thing about that was you had all 3 back players, and the one that wanted it the most was McKenna Rumpel.
Right.
the middle wanted to be a libero. 6'4".
I love it.
Kind of fires it over. Another great serve. Campbell, tight ball. Warden misses, 6-5. And Mo Moisio was sitting on the bench and heard me, and she just looked at me and laughed when I said that. Campbell, flat-footed serve. Misses wide. 7-5 Iowa. Rosa Vesti will re-enter.
Every middle's dream. Libero and or setter. Bonus points if you could do both.
Yeah, if you could somehow slide both into the same play, you've made it. Meitzler knocks a good strong serve over Fetty. Tight ball. Middle attack off the block. Hawks get that in the air. Can Marquardt get it over? Yes. Middle attack again. This time it gets through. Brooke Box with a kill off of Peyton Young.
Just unlucky there by Peyton Young. She was one-on-one block in the middle. She got somewhat of a touch on it, but just unlucky. Falls right between her right hand and the net.
Box has 3 kills on 6 swings. She's done a nice job in limited tries. She'll serve now. Marquardt. Meitzler. Right side to Stepanidis. High off the block. Jamie's there. Meitzler pushes to Young, who tips around the block. Dug up. Fetty. Sharp cross. Misses wide. 8-6 Iowa.
couldn't decide which side they were going to go on there. Gabby Deary coming in for Mark White.
Deary enters. She'll get her first swings. Hallie Stepanidis to the back row. Serve comes over from Stepanidis. Outside, off the block, dug by Moisio. Meitzler, right side to Vesti. Good dig there from Campbell. Right side swing, but nobody's home. Meitzler has to run through and get it. Moisio, Vesti again. That one was too high for the high hands touch. 8-7. Stepanidis leaves. Barrett will come in.
Vesti just having a tough time connecting with her swing. Her timing just looks a little off. Like to see her get it again, and think she likes to have that last ball back.
Well, it's got to be, I mean, I know we're 10 matches in now, but that first time has got to still be a little different for you. Deary passes it. Barrett. Deary with the swing. Off the hands, dug up by Campbell. Push to the outside. Tight ball's tipped over. Deary's there. Good defense. Meitzler back out to Deary. Behind her, dug by Campbell again. Another tight ball. Block. Washington, great cover. Campbell through the block and scores from the back row. We're tied at 8.
The back row attack is hard to defend if you're a blocker. You really have to be patient up there and go up at the last minute. That ball has to travel a little extra distance, more than it does from a front row swing.
Jennings way behind the end line, serves a backspin at Barrett. Meitzler behind Young, block. Meitzler covers. Moisio, good ball. Deary has to tip though, and it's too high. Jennings takes it all the way out to the right, tipped over, blocked, comes back to the Lions side, outside now, big swing, sharp cross. Lions have another lead, it's 9-8. There have not been many long points in this match, but Iowa has not won them.
Right, the Lions are coming out on top on those, and yeah, Hawkeyes need to find a way to flip that.
3 straight for the Lions. Deary, tight ball to Meitzler, back out to Deary, hits it in the net, 10-8.
Iowa just in their heads a little bit right now. I feel like they're trying really hard just not to make an error. I feel like they just need to play more free and really just keep swinging away.
Serve goes at Moisio. Meitzler, Deary inside. Boy, that's another good dig from Washington. Outside, sharp cross, dug by Moisio, but Coach Yale's the only one that can make a play. It's 11-8. And Coach Barnes will use his first timeout of the night. 11-8 Lions. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
We're back here at Extreme Arena. John Evans and Reagan Coyle. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 11-8 here in the third. Lions lead. They're on a 5-0 scoring run. Like we were talking there just as we were waiting to come back. You've got a whole new group, and Iowa not quite clicking sharply yet. See if they can get it together here as the set progresses. Good drop serve there. Moisio, Meitzler, Peyton Young. Middle blocker Gianna Brown was aggressively attacking Meitzler and ended up in the net. I'm not sure. So does Peyton Young get the... She's got to get the kill there, even though she hadn't touched it yet.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure on the timing.
Moisio with the floater at Washington. Middle attack shoved into the block. Washington, good cover. Tipped over, Moisio. Meitzler. Tipped over by Deary. Always a little tight from Meitzler. Good swing. Moisio overpass. Middle attacks block. That's Rumpel and Deary that get the block. And that's Iowa finally getting some net presence there. Courtney Green has been pretty good on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left side here in this set. Moisio knocks it across again. Good pass from Campbell. Inside this time, pushed over. Moisio one hand, Rumpel. Wait, that's the same play we just saw. Who did he call double contact on?
That ball that went over.
Okay.
So since it went over the net.
I'll buy that.
Yeah,
okay, I gotcha.
I guess that came before the.
But I still think she attacked it over on the Iowa side just
I agree,
as much
but
as Varez did.
I agree, but technically it was a double first.
But it's not if it never gets over the net.
You're right.
Fetty at Moisio. Meitzler pushed it outside. Deary just misses the wide sideline, 13-10.
Yeah, you got a good point. Be a good one to ask the referee after the game.
There's a chicken and there's an egg.
Right.
Which came first? Fetty again. Moisio, good ball to Meitzler in the middle of the floor. Outside but behind Deary. Falls onto the Lions side, chased down. Knocked over, dug up by Barrett. Deary again. That time she scores. Gabby's had to work hard on a series of swings that haven't really been in good rhythm for her.
Yeah, she has. Great to see her get a kill too. Kind of put in a tough spot, being subbed in at Iowa State on Wednesday night against a good blocking team.
Warden knocks the serve over. Good pass from Washington. Right side swing. Tipped over. Meitzler. Barrett. Gabby with another out-of-system swing. That's a great hustle play there from Fetty, but she just knocks it into the front row, 13-12.
Another great swing by Deary. She just finds some space on the outside of the block. Uses the line for a bit of a changeup, and Lions defense couldn't handle it.
Warden again. Good flat serve. Fetty, bad pass. Ace serve, Alyssa Warden. Hawks have come back. We're tied at 13. I feel like Gabby's getting kind of the same issue that Gia McGrew had. They're getting kind of all the garbage balls and then just having to try to figure out what to do with it.
Yep.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Right side swing, blocks there, high off the block. Moisio gets it. Meitzler, middle of the floor. Rumpel. That ball was low, but got it dug up. Meitzler sets it. That'll go as the bad set version. She was platformed it all the way across and outside the pin, and Gabby couldn't get to that one.
Yeah, I'd like to see Meitzler bring her sets off the net a little bit. They've become a little bit tight to both pins right now. Pins are struggling to do something with that.
Washington knocks it across at Moisio. Meitzler, that's a better ball. Off the block, though. Moisio shoves it to the corner. Good hustle play from Fetty again. Washington will just knock it across. Warden, Meitzler tips, but out of bounds. I don't think she quite knew where she was. I love the idea, but it needed to come down as she tried the overhead tip and missed the sideline.
Yeah, it's definitely a great shot if you're more towards the center of the court when you can really reverse that ball. Have a lot of court behind you to get that ball in.
15-13 now. Washington pops it across. Barrett, not a great pass. Warden has to just tip it across. Outside, Campbell. Warden, good hands. Moisio. Deary rolls it over. Right side swing. Barrett. Meitzler. Blue from Warden, tries to throw it to the corner. Ball's tight, tipped over, uses Meitzler, nice job. Moisio platforms behind her, Deary. Hawks catch a break. As the Lions are in the net, Gabby Deary deserved one, 15-14.
Yeah, that's the life of being an outside, unfortunately. You're gonna get a lot of garbage balls and you have to find a way to do something with them. And yeah, can't really avoid that as an outside. Just gotta be really good out of system.
Marquardt and Stepanitis back in, Jamie to serve. She knocks a good cross. Fetty, high ball, middle of the floor. It's perfect. Whoa, what a block there. Rumpel closes in late. She teams with Meitzler, and they block Campbell. We're tied at 15.
Yeah, and Meitzler got every piece of that block. She was about to head out toward the antenna, but stayed inside and really pressed inside the court. Got a great touch on that ball.
Marquardt pops it over. Good strong serve again. Meitzler dunks it right. Oh, no. Meitzler's called in the net.
She did get a piece of that ball, or a piece of the net.
Yeah, the net is actually still bouncing, so. Yeah,
a little bit, yeah.
She just said a little bit, yeah. So we were asking. 16-15 as Iowa couldn't get the kill there and retake the lead. Good serve there. Warden steps in front of Marquardt. Meitzler across. Stepanidis. That's a good play from Fetty. Washington knocks it over. Warden, Meitzler, and McKenna Rumpel on the slide gets the kill.
It's a good use by Rumpel. I'd like to see that ball elevate just a little bit more for her so she's able to get on top of it and bring that ball back cross court, back to zone 1.
Looks like the slides from Meitzler have been set just a little lower. Whether that's designed or whether that's accidental to your. Oh, the bleeder from Rumpel hits the tape, but she had so much power on it, it rolls over the top. And Iowa retakes the lead on the 4th ace serve of the night for the Hawks, 17-16. Gonna need a heck of a run to finish the 25-16 here, though. Rumpel. Good ball from Campbell. And that's a good kill out of the middle for Brooke Box, 17-all.
It's going to be important for Iowa to really finish strong here. We don't want this match to go extra sets if we don't have to.
Does not need to. Marquardt, tight ball. Hawks catch a break. Peyton Young, ooh boy, the two-handed push, hate that. Right side swing, tight ball. Meitzler takes it. Moisio, Stepanidis from off the court. Off the block, dug by Campbell. Outside. And that's a good use of hands from Courtney Green. 18-17. Yeah, it's already 7-7 in the football game.
Wow.
Campbell knocks the serve over. Warden, good ball. Meitzler, outside, Stepanidis. Catches the far corner. Boy, that's a perfectly placed ball. We're
Beauty of a
18.
swing. Yeah, she just found some space in deep court, kind of 1 foot in, just right down the line. Beautiful placement.
Rosa Vesti in for Alyssa Warden. Jenna Meitzler to serve. Boy, goes cross, uses the middle. That's bonus points there. Platformed over. Moisio, Meitzler. Peyton Young has to tip, though, back to the Iowa side. Marquardt, Meitzler, Stepanidis. Hammers it down the line again. Iowa 19.
Iowa using that quick tempo. It was really quick tempo by Meitzler out to Stepanidis. Not flowing quite as well for the middles and right sides right now.
19-18, Meitzler goes cross. Campbell, good ball. Outside, Courtney Green, blocked, covered up by Campbell. Pushed out to Green again. Iowa in the net again. Rosa Vesti.
I think that's our second net call tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, tied at 19. Brooke Box back to serve. Marquardt, great ball. Meitzler, right side, behind Stepanidis. Behind and under. She's begging for a touch.
She said touch is what Stepanidis says.
And I'm not sure now if she's saying no, she didn't, or yes, she did. But in any event, we're going to have a challenge.
Yep.
Iowa lost.
Yeah, now I'm confused.
Iowa lost the first challenge, so we'll see how this works out. After holding East Texas A&M to 0 in the first 2 sets, East Texas A&M 12 kills, 3 errors. Has taken them 36 swings, so they're only hitting 250, but a much better output from the Lions, while Iowa only hitting 150, 12 kills, and 6 errors on 40 swings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Iowa offense just really struggling to kind of get a rhythm going, and has a little bit to do with some new faces out there, but nonetheless, everybody out there probably plays together on the other side of the court during practice. So it's like it's the first time they're playing together.
We'll see what the call is here. I missed the. Hallie knew what she was asking for.
Got to trust your player there.
She did immediately beg, and
yeah.
you know, and that's it. Sometimes it's kind of a sheepish beg, like, man, I knocked it into the bleachers, coach. It was a touch, but that was one of those. Hey, I immediately. So give Hallie the kill. That's her 4th now, and Iowa has the 20-19 lead. Hallie will serve, flat serve. It's a good one, but it's a good pass. Right side swing, and Iowa block drags it down on their side. 20-all.
Just not quite pressed over the net there for Peyton Young and Gabby Deary.
So Savannah Jennings to serve. She goes way beyond the back line of the floor and then just flat foots it from there. You had a teammate do that.
Yes, Hanukkah Olsen.
Yep. Although she hit a big, high, lofty ball a lot of times. This one's not quite like that. Barrett, high ball, middle of the floor. Peyton Young out of the middle. Boy, that was, again, too low. And Young, when she swings aggressively, knocks it over the inline, 21-20.
Need a good incessant pass for Iowa.
Serve comes over. Moisio kind of ate her up, and Iowa will not get the in-system ball. Vesti with good hands across. Middle attacks, tipped over. Vesti good off-ball defense, but there's too much traffic. It's 22-20. Iowa in trouble here, and Coach Barnes will use timeout number 2. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments, they're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit riversidecasinoandresort.com to learn more.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena, trying to find Iowa 5 points before the Lions can score 3. 22-20, Lions lead set 3. Iowa leads 2-0. Iowa football. Caleb Weegan took the opening kickoff back 100 yards for a touchdown. Was answered by Rutgers. Now Rutgers on the move again. Jennings to serve. Big floater over at Barrett. Meitzler off the net, outside to Deary, off the block, covered by Vesti. Meitzler back out to Deary again. Off the block, covered. Vesti wins the joust. Back onto the Lions side. Right side swing coming, rolled over. Moisio, Meitzler, Vesti off the block. Dug up by Jennings. Green down the line, dug by Meitzler. Barrett, good ball. Deary inside the court. Dug by Washington. Green off the block, dug by Barrett. Moisio finds a platform. Deary with a little roll. Right side swing coming. And the Hawks get a block. That was Deary and Peyton Young. Iowa
Really
finally
big
wins a long point.
Yeah, exactly. Really big 4 points here for Iowa.
We saw this, though. Moisio to serve. I'll kind of get back to it. Tight ball here. Push to the outside. Green off the net. Boy, Iowa catches a break there. 22-all. And that will draw a timeout from the Lions. We're tied at 22. One of the things we saw, we talked about it Wednesday night was, and I know this is a different lineup, but we talked about playing to win versus playing not to lose. And you've seen kind of, there's a little tightness. There's a lot of balls there that are getting rolled over.
Yeah.
And now part of it is Iowa in scramble, not making a great first pass. But to get to where Iowa wants to get to, there's got to be some confidence in that first contact so that translates all the way to confidence in the third contact.
For sure. And it shouldn't have anything to do with who's out on the court. That shouldn't matter. You want to create a culture in a gym to where that confidence in that first contact is going to come from anyone who steps foot on the court, no matter what the lineup is out there. So it's an important and vital test to really the kind of the non-starting group that was tonight, to see if they can really pull this one off in the third set.
So when you get, you are, especially later in your career, you started most of the time as a bench player or a player that maybe isn't getting as many points as maybe you ultimately want. How much pressure do you put on yourself here to, hey, I need to perform, I need to show off because I want to make sure I get my number called more? And then that becomes your own version of tightness, even though it's a match you feel like, hey, we should be able to execute here.
Definitely. Yep. It is a little bit of pressure, but also at the same time, just got to remember you do this every day in the gym. It's just on the other side of the net. So just have to play your game, and the more pressure that you put on yourself, the tighter you're going to play.
And that's kind of that foundation. Trust yourself of, I know what to do. I've done this for years. Mo Moisio to serve for the Hawks. We're tied at 22 here in set 3, and she sails it right over the inline. The 6th service there for the Hawks comes at a really bad time. 23-22 Lions.
Let's see what Iowa can do for the first ball side out here. It's going to be an important kill.
Fetty checks back in for Courtney Green. She'll serve. It's a good one. That is not a first ball side out. That is a ball that hits the floor in front of Allie Barrett. Set point Lions. Serve comes over again and sails over the inline. Why didn't she do that one first?
Right.
24-23 Lions. Alyssa Warden will try to keep Iowa in set 3. Rosa Vesti heads to the bench. Alyssa pops it down the line. Fetty, tight ball, push to the outside. Campbell, overpass dig. Brumpel's there, but she's in the net off 1 foot. And the Lions win their 4th set of the year and force a 4th set here in Coralville.
Yeah, Rumpel really wanted a piece of that block, but just couldn't quite control her body enough to come down and stay out of the net. Just lots of forward momentum.
Yeah, she just didn't quite figure out where she was in time. Good battle back from the Lions. They take set 3, 25-23. Let's take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment, committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care, and service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way, so you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Walmart.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. The first set felt really good. The second set had the same score, didn't feel nearly as good. The third set didn't feel good at all.
I agree with all three of those statements, yeah.
25-16 in the first two sets, both went Iowa's way. Iowa battled back, tied it up late in the third set, and then kind of gave some points away, and the Lions took the set 25-23, so we'll get to play a fourth.
We get to play a fourth. It was nice to see some new faces out there in the third. It's really tough. They didn't match the level of play that happened in the first two sets. Like I was saying, kind of answering your question a little bit ago, it shouldn't matter if you're out there now, if you're a non-starter. That shouldn't matter. It should be the level of play and the kind of drive and the want to win. It just wasn't there with that group of girls on the court for that last set.
As I rattle off the names, they'll sound familiar from the first two sets now. Whittingstall, Barents, Emerald, McGrew, Varez, and Rumpel. Mo Moisio comes in. She will be the libero. And so I asked you at the break, kind of semi-jokingly, but also meaning it. So this group, other than Mo and Barrett, have pretty much sat there for a half hour.
And it's not warm here in Extreme Arena with the ice underneath us.
Never warm in Extreme Arena, and so it's going to take a little bit here now for the starters to get warm again and reconnect. Barrett serves it over. Good ball at Campbell. Bad pass outside to Fetty. Rolls it over at Barrett. Not a great ball. Amaral outside to McGrew. Look out. Good roll. Washington diving play. Middle attack. Good block from Rumpel. Oh boy, that's not a good touch. Rumpel, though, good hands. McGrew, can she get there? Throws it to the corner. Campbell gets it. Outside, Fetty. Blocked. Carmel Varez. Fetty had been out. Courtney Green had been in the front row for her. And Fetty comes back in, and I'm not sure I make that change. Courtney Green had 4 kills, 2 errors. Fetty had 3 kills, 3 errors, now 4.
Yeah, great solo block by Varez there on the right side.
Iowa now 13 blocks. Barrett, good ball to the corner, got into Fetty's chest. Fetty will get she'll get a platform. That ball barely gets over. Amaral, Rumpel has to tip, and boy, nobody on the Lions side reacted at all.
Kind of off timing there for Rumpel on her one ball. I think she'd like to have that one back. Just lost her footing a little bit on her approach. Coach yelled, telling her, wait. She was a little early.
6 now for Kenna. Barron again. Good flat serve this time, and that'll go as an ace as Campbell tried to step in front of Fetty and take some pressure off of her, and did not help at all. And actually, Barrett did a nice job. She changed the level. Instead of going deep into the chest, she dropped that one a little shorter, so when Campbell stepped over, it wasn't in that right spot. Goes back to the corner, another bad pass. Fetty can't chase it down. Great serve right into the seam again. She's really kind of found a weakness she likes there. Iowa 6 aces now on the night, 6 errors. Barrett with 2 of those aces. Allie goes right at Campbell again. Not a great pass. Campbell will get a swing from the back. Barrett, tight ball. Boy, Iowa.
Yeah, I think Amaral got a piece of the net coming down with her elbow.
So run stops at 4. Lions get their first point, 4-1 Iowa. Fetty back to serve. Barrett, okay ball. McGrew, blocked, covered by Amaral. Moisio across to the right. Varez, good ball, but dug up by Jennings. Nobody really home. knocked across. Barrett's there. Good ball to Amaral. Low ball. The ball's just popped, punched. That was 12U volleyball.
That was just one contact over, one contact over.
Rumpel with a bad tip over. Not her fault. It was low.
Yeah.
Brown just immediately punches it back. Punches it back, and Brown ends up in the net. 5-1 Iowa. Moisio right down the line. Fetty right on top of the tape. Right side pushed across. Boy, there's that strange throw. Plowman with the kill.
Yeah, she just gets really underneath it and kind of muscle, just like that power tip. She just finds a deep spot in the deep zone 1.
Do the Lions servers know they can come all the way up to the line? Ball comes across. Moisio uses hands out to McGrew. Strong swing, but misses wide. That's the first time Iowa swung this set. It's 5-3 now.
Yeah. Couple from Varez on the right.
Washington pops it over. Barrett, Amaral, Varez. Dug up by Jennings. Knocked all the way across. Tipped over. Amaral. Moisio platforms. That's a good ball to Varez. She tips it off the block, but Washington's there. Pushed outside. Off the block. Moisio. Nice job. Amaral right side to Varez. Boy, I thought that one got touched, but doesn't.
Yeah, I thought there was a touch as well.
Kind of looked that way. But again, I am terrible at this part.
I saw that one. There's a few that I don't see, but I definitely saw that one off the block.
So it's 5-4 on the Varez hitting error. We'll see if that holds up. Must have, because that didn't
Nice
take
and
any
easy.
time.
That was really close.
So he's gone.
Really quick.
So that was a fairly obvious one. So 6-3 Iowa will lead. Varez has 4 kills now. And that will leave Iowa still with 1 challenge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Coach Johnson Lynch was out of challenges at that point. She didn't have any left.
And timeouts.
And timeouts.
Yeah.
Might as well just mic. Oh.
I know. We need to mic him up.
Yeah, we might as well mic you up. We'll just have you on here. 6-4 off to the Warden service error. Caitlin Pritchard to serve. I like when we have some fun with the other coach.
Yeah.
Pritchard floats it over. Good ball from Barrett. Outside. McGrew. That's the one I want to see right there.
That's her best swing. I think sometimes the ball is a little bit too inside, and she tries to do that exact same swing and just catches a lot of net on that. She really connected with that one. Just a nice sharp cross.
So the outside, though, will be Hallie Stepanidis rather than Sharday Van Zandt. Marquardt, oh boy, Fetty plays the ball. It was probably out. Washington across to Campbell. Good roll shot, though. Right on the net. Amaral's block. Dug up, middle attack. Blocked by Whittingstall. Hawks are going to get that in the air. Amaral, this time, knocks it off Brooke Box and scores.
Gets her second try on that one against Box on the Lions.
I like that time she took a sharper angle. It didn't go right into it. Marquardt, good serve. Fetty just doesn't move her feet. Campbell off the net. Amaral, good touch. But unfortunately couldn't quite leave it enough for Whittingstall. And Hannah just misses the corner.
Yeah, timing was off a little bit there for Whittingstall. She was pretty early on that ball and had to kind of awkwardly tip high on her way down.
So Ruskowski comes in for her first appearance. Knocked over at Marquardt. Amaral, that was better, but not a perfect ball from Whittingstall. Knocked across, and nobody from Iowa goes and gets it. Boy, that is just terrible. But give the 5'1" libero, Jade Washington, what I'm going to guess is her first kill of the year.
Got to pick that up if you're winning. Saw that ball is right in your area.
It's actually her second kill of the year.
New career high.
New career high. Pushed outside. The new outside Warden. Amaral dumps it and scores. 9-6.
Good change up by Amaral there. She's taken quite a few swings tonight. Haven't quite seen a dump with two hands in the campfire. So nice change.
Whittingstall sends a good serve. Diving play from Campbell. Off the net. Whittingstall with the diving play. Stepanidis rolls. Campbell pushed all the way across. Off the block. One-handed. Amaral, good hands. Stepanidis, good ball. Dug by Campbell. Right side swing. Rolled over. Tight ball. Amaral pushes. Washington with the dig. Outside. Ruskowski misses long. No touch. Challenge card grabbed, and we'll get the challenge on the on the StatCast bad set. It must be like a default button.
Yeah.
Iowa's tied it at 14 in New Jersey.
Tied it at 14?
Yep.
All right.
Moulton with a touchdown run. We're at the end of the first. There was a touch. That was pretty quick, too. But Rutgers driving again, so Iowa's struggling to put together stops, it looks like. That is not something that normally happens for the Hawkeye defense. Brooke box to serve. 9-7 now after the reversal. Serve goes over. Good ball from Warden. Outside Stepanidis. Blocked and no cover. 9-8. It's that slow tempo I talked about in the third set. Iowa not picking up and playing at the level they want to play at. They've kind of gone to the Lions level. That serve is well out of bounds. 7th service error for the Lions. And one of the places where I thought Iowa could take advantage was in the serve-receive game. The Lions have aced over twice a set. Iowa not really putting a lot of pressure on the line. Campbell, good ball that time. Middle attack. Dug by Marquardt. Amaral outside Stepanidis. She sails that over the end line.
It's a handful of errors right now for Iowa's outside, just really hurting them in the score column.
10-9, Iowa hitting actually both teams hitting 0 in this set. So just not the prettiest volleyball we're watching so far. Savannah Jennings to serve. Marquardt, good pass. It's a good swing, but back to the Iowa side. Amaral had to take it. Stepanidis from the right. That time she got a touch.
Yeah, not quite connecting on her swing as well. Stepanidis there, kind of just long drives out. She's not getting a good snap on top of the ball. Might be just a connection with Amaral sets as well, just something to iron out going forward.
11-9, Iowa leads. Allie Barrett back in, she'll serve. Gia McGrew back into the front row also. Barrett, another good serve. Campbell, good pass. Middle attack shoved over. Amaral's there. Moisio outside Varez. Good dig, but back to the Iowa side. Moisio back pedals. Amaral, middle attack. Rumpel off the block and scores.
There's a good fast tempo set to Rumpel. Kind of get that offense rolling a little bit quicker.
Rumpel now hitting 500. She has 7 kills. 12-9 Iowa. See if they can put some separation here and cruise a little here. Barrett, great serve. Campbell diving play outside. Ruskowski throws it over. Barrett. Amaral, right side, Varez. High off the block, and that'll ricochet into the Iowa bench that had so much power, 13-9.
Varez holding her hand, like might have hit a weird spot on her hand.
She's got 5 now. Barrett. Campbell, good pass. Outside, blocked. Boy, Iowa dug it up and gets it over. Good play by the Hawks on defense. Can they turn it? They can. Amaral pushes it over. One more time. Blocked but out of bounds. Ruskowski gets the kill. Tools the Varez block, 13-10.
Unlucky, really great pickup plays on Iowa both times. A little bit of a scramble. Unlucky off Varez hands to hit the antenna right after.
Moisio and Barrett both in double digits in the dig column. Fetty, good flat serve. Barrett, great ball. Right side to Varez. Blocked and out of bounds. 14-10. Barrett had a career high of 9. She's up to 12 digs right now. Moisio knocks it right down the line. Fetty, right side throw. Knew that was coming. Moisio across to Varez, who just sends it over. Middle attack, dug by Moisio. Amaral outside to McGrew. Off the block, good dig from, Varez. Well in the net. I like the aggression.
She really wanted that ball.
She really wanted that one. 14-11. Washington, who went on a little service run earlier, see if Iowa can get her off the line. The ball just kind of crests the net and then drops. Moisio, Amaral, low ball to Whittingstall, dug up by Jennings. Platform to cross. Plowman. Iowa in the net again. It's McGrew.
I feel like someone definitely got a piece of it. The net's still moving.
Yeah, the net is still bouncing, and the ball certainly did not hit it. 14-12. Gracie Campbell getting called over to the up ref. 14-12 here in the fourth. Iowa 2-1 on top. Washington knocks it across. Barrett, good ball, middle of the floor. Amaral behind her to Varez. Through the block. Should get us to a TV timeout, I think. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments, they're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. It's 15-12 here in the fourth. Iowa leads 2-1. Doesn't have the zip, the life, the energy Iowa had certainly in set one, kind of in set two.
It's back a little bit from set 3. It's trending upward. Still room for improvement in the zip category.
Allie Barrett, a career high. She has 13 digs now. Moisio leads the Hawks with 14.
Yeah, defense has been doing great for the Hawkeyes. Barrett's having a really great night. She's serving really well tonight, too. Very consistent. Great target serving from her.
Gracie Campbell for the Lions, just a dig away from a double-double. 10 kills, 9 digs, 40 swings. Good serve there from Warden. Pushed outside at Campbell. Strong swing, gets it inside Warden. Alyssa's camped out on the line, and that ball just got inside, 15-13. So I assume she's camped on the line, so then your block is probably a little off the line, and somehow Campbell squeezed it between a line swing and where Alyssa is.
Yep, Campbell's a really great hitter. I think she just found some space.
And not a lot of room there. Moisio, Whittingstall finally gets, she has had, I mean, a very un-Hannah-like night now. 2 kills, 2 errors on 10 swings, but
swinging well. Just the Lions have been able to recover a lot of, dig a lot of her swings.
yeah, it feels like she's had, she should have had better luck or better numbers than what she's had. Jamie Marquardt now to serve. 16-13 Iowa. Good serve from Jamie Campbell, though. Great pass. Outside to Campbell. Goes over the block, dug by Moisio. Amaral chases it down. Stepanidis rolls, dug by Fetty. Right side, high off the block. Give that kill to Roper. As she went off the block and over the back row.
Yeah, just found high hands. Stepanidis up there.
16-14. Ruskowski back in. Gracie Campbell to serve. Good flat serve. Warden right on the net. Oh boy, that ball's got no chance. Claire doesn't even really get the ball over the net, and Hannah unfortunately hits it in the net. 16-15.
Yeah, didn't quite even get above the net, just right at the tape. Not much you can do as a hitter.
Yeah, I mean, she's stuck because she's taking a full swing at it. Marquardt pushed it back row. Warden with the white. Fires it off Washington and scores. Warden
Great back row attack by Warden. She was really close to that 10-foot line, but managed to stay behind.
17-15 Iowa. Warden has a couple now. Whittingstall to serve. Good, strong serve. Campbell, though, good pass. Right side again. Rolled over. Iowa block was there. Roper kind of did the changeup, and the timing was off. And so by the time she got it to the net, Iowa just drug it down. 17-16.
A little too close for comfort.
Yes, this is very uncomfortable. Slide to Rumpel off the block. Boy, a punching swing from Box. Rumpel with the kill. Boy, she's been good. 8 kills on 14 swings now for her. And Amaral will serve. Varez back to the front row. Claire sends a floater across. Ruskowski has to play it, pushed it back out to her. Off the block, Moisio, easy dig. Amaral outside Stepanidis, off a couple blocks. A lot of traffic, nobody to set to. Roper rolls it, Varez with the dig. Amaral's there, pushes it across, Stepanidis inside the court, and she'll score on a good swing off the block.
Really smart shot by Stepanidis. She's been going cross a lot tonight. She used high hands off of Roper as kind of a right back at you move from a few plays ago.
60 seconds after the Lion timeout. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
1916 here at Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. All right, I want to see, like, 8 points of locked-in volleyball here.
I'd love to see that as well.
I'd take 6 or 7, but let's settle for 8.
Yeah.
Just really lock in, finish the night with a good aggressive run of who you want to be as Iowa gets closer to the Big Ten. Amaral sends the floater over. Washington plays a nice ball. Middle attack off the block. Gianna Brown gets the kill. That's going to make my numbers more difficult.
Yeah.
19-17.
Yeah, a little unlucky by Rumpel. She was there just a little late. Press over the net, got tooled.
8 kills and 4 blocks for Kenna, but couldn't get that one. Jennings way off the back of the court, knocks the serve over. Good pass. Amaral right side, tight ball, but Stepanaitis gets the right side kill off the block, 20-17.
Another tool kill by Stepanaitis. She hits really high, and with lots of power, so she's able to be super effective on that tool.
She's got 7 on 20 swings, hitting 200. It feels like she's had stretches where she struggled a little, but she's held it together pretty well.
Yeah, she has.
Allie Barrett now to serve for the Hawks. 13 digs for her in 3 rotations is pretty darn good. Tight ball from Campbell. Boy, and that is just hammered down from Gianna Brown there.
Yeah, and Gianna Brown has really been heating up in this 4th set here. She's, that's 5 kills for her, but, you know, this set at least I feel like they've been going to her more, and she's really connecting with her setter.
Yeah, I don't feel like Iowa's put a ton of pressure on like they had earlier up in the serve and allowed the Lions to run the middles. Good ball from Mo. Amaral right side to Varez. That ball's down for a kill. We talked about that Wednesday night when, you know, Iowa State middles were so dominating Wednesday night. I finally closed that score tab, but you know, it was a long time before a middle made an error for Iowa State, and they had double-digit kills, and so Iowa needed to get Iowa State out of system. Moisio, good ball to Fetty. Right side, swung, blocked. Varez, Amaral, behind McGrew, though, and she's got a tip. Washington across to Campbell. Hawks get that in the air. McGrew dug by Washington. Campbell again off the block. Fetty's right there. Fetty from the back row. Boy, that looked like foot was on the line. And Amaral, I think Coach Barnes is going to challenge that. Now, whether they'll have a good enough view of it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wasn't watching her feet there, but she must have been close if Jim could see it from over there.
It looked like it, but again, you've got white shoes or gray shoes, a white line, a gray floor, and old eyes. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm really the guy to tell you whether she did or didn't, but
we've got a good angle over here, though.
But I'm telling you, it was probably close enough to look. It was confirmed, so she was easily behind, it sounds like. So Coach Barnes will be out of challenges
that
unless we end up
very quick.
So she was easily behind. So that makes it 21-19. I like this guy, though. He's had the fastest. I mean, he did have the one long one, but, man, otherwise. And part of it is Dane is great. Has it all set up for him, ready to go.
Yes.
Jade Washington to serve, 21-19. Good ball from Barrett. Amaral. Varez. Dug up by Jennings. Boy, right to her. Inside, Campbell's blocked, but gets through. 21-20. Coach Barnes will use a timeout. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
"21-20 here at Extreme Arena in the fourth set. 21-20 in New Jersey in the second quarter. Iowa does have an extra point to kick there, though, to tie it. Iowa's got a serve to receive here to take a bigger lead. It's just been, again, if you equate it to a basketball game or a football game, the Lions have made the Hawkeyes play the Lions' pace. And Iowa's got to get that changed here in the last few points of the fourth set. Washington pops it across. Good ball from Barrett. Right side to Varez. Boy, that is exactly what you and I asked for at the break, and Carmel Varez is rejected. Just the third block of the match.
Yeah, and if you're Varez, you've got to hit that ball nice and high. Maybe she needs a higher set, but she's 6'3". She should be hitting over the Lions block right now.
Gia McGrew leaves. Sharday Van Zant comes back in. Give Iowa another option on the left. 21 all here in the fourth. Serve gets knocked out of bounds. Boy, what a time for your 8th service error of the match.
Yeah, not ideal if you're the Lions. Got to close this one out, though, if you're Iowa. Cannot go to 4 sets.
Yeah, Iowa catches a break. Yeah, you do not want to play a coin flip 5th set. Alyssa Warden, good serve. Campbell, bad pass. Fetty will just have to knock it across. Big, high looper. Barrett, great ball. Amaral, Whittingstall finally gets a good connection there, and she knocks it off Jennings. 23-21. Lions call timeout. We'll keep it here for the 90 seconds just because I don't want to subject you to 60 seconds of commercials again. I will give you the Hawkeye Volleyball is proud to be sponsored by Quickstar. Quickstar is the presenting sponsor for Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com.
We just saw a nice, good connection finally by Whittingstall and Amaral. Kind of what we're used to seeing. They were a little off balance there for a little bit. Finally got some elevation on that set from Amaral for Whittingstall to get on top of it and really put it away.
Yeah, it's just been kind of one of those nights where, you know, we mentioned it early. Iowa took care of their side of the net really well early, and now it feels like it's been more of, you know, kind of lost the focus a little bit and really certainly paid for it in the third set and paying for it here, although they can close out 2 more points, won't have to pay for it too big.
Definitely. Still feel the pressure, though. Only up by 2, you know, in the last 5 points of the match here. Not a time to get super comfortable.
Yeah, Iowa hitting just 235 on the match. Not a number you're going to be real happy with when you look back and you realize that teams hit 261 against East Texas A&M and Iowa hitting under that. Iowa holding to 141, but again in this set, 241 for East Texas A&M after hitting 0 in the first 2 sets. They've shown better offense. The Iowa block hasn't been as sharp. Just not, maybe not that same aggressiveness. Alyssa Warden knocks the serve over. Fetty doesn't really move her feet, but gets away with it. Campbell's blocked, and that catches the line. Just talking about the block, there it is. Amaral and Whittingstall, 7 for Hannah, and Iowa has match point. Warden, good flat serve. Fetty, not a good pass. Campbell from off the net. Blocked. Oh my! Claire Amaral sneaks in solo and blocks it and ends the match.
Didn't think anyone was going to be up on that, and Amaral went up and grabbed it.
Campbell with kind of a little slower, lazier down ball. Still tried to put some zip on it, but right over top of the tape, and Claire sat right on top and got it done. I think we're going to get Coach Jim Barnes here right away. Reagan's got a small head, Coach, and then you got to make it as big as you can again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Boy, Wednesday I wanted to start with the good in in kind of an up and down match, and here I know you won, but I don't feel as good as I felt Wednesday. That was, I guess I'll phrase it with how we started. Reagan and I said the key was you needed to take care of your side of the net.
Yeah.
It felt like you really did that in the first set, and then after that, it felt like you let the Lions kind of dictated the pace to you.
Yeah, we're trying to get a number of girls some playing time, and up 2-0, I pretty much put every reserve in, and they can handle it. And for some reason, for several reasons, we just weren't in sync and we weren't ready to play. And the other team was playing with nothing to lose, and they got us. I thought we would put it together there with the reserves and finish it off, but we just never did. And then we had to come back with cold players and try to get back into a rhythm. So
and we mentioned that too, of how difficult it was that the starters had sat there for kind of 30 minutes, and now all of a sudden it's like, hey, turn it back on. I need you to go. And I don't want you to think I'm questioning the effort, because that's not what I'm doing at all. It just it felt like the pace of when you guys were flying around in the first set. It was that tempo that you like to run. Claire was able to get the ball out. You were able to get blocks either solo or 1 to 1.5 instead of the doubles. And the block was tremendous. Really all match. You ended up with 15 total blocks. And we were just kind of joking about how maybe the block hadn't been as good, and then of course you closed it out with 2 blocks to finish the match.
Yeah, it's a tough one, because those reserves work so hard every day. And they give this team so much, and I hate it for them, because I know they're bruised from this, because they know they can go in there and play better than that. And that's what hurts me for this kind of game, is that I really respect every reserve on this team and what they bring. And I'm not going to have an easy discussion in there, because I know they really want to play better than that, and it's tough with that. And it's just part of trying to build some experience when you can.
Yeah, and that's Reagan and I talked about that too. Of you've kind of been through it with the starters of some of these close matches or close sets, but the reserves hadn't been through that.
No, and
so for them, there is a lot of pressure, because they want to impress you. They want to, and if things aren't going right, that you press a little bit, and so we were kind of in that same boat of just. But you just kind of waited for that one positive thing to help them tip the ball the right way, and they just never got the good positive break.
No, and we were our worst enemy. We would make a bad set, or we'd make a bad pass at times when we could have gotten it going had we just executed. And that's the tough part, because they're and I think their ego's a little bruised through that too, because they come in, they feel like they should really take it to this team, and they don't. And so instead of just playing the game, now they're playing with ego, and so it's. The nature of the sport, it's so fast, the points, that you can't be second-guessing anything.
Let's stay to a couple of the positives, though. You had Sharday Van Zandt. I know really only played 2 sets, came back in there a little bit. 10 kills on 15 swings. Just looked incredibly athletic again, kind of exactly why you've got her.
Yeah.
And then McKenna Rumpel, the freshman, has to make her first start. 8 kills on 13 swings. She teams up with 4 blocks as well. And a nice bounce back from Carmel as well, as she had 8 kills.
Yeah. The first 2 sets, we did what we wanted, and then the rest of it was, rough. But they'll learn from it, and and I think again they'll get in practice and correct some of those things. But I'd love to give them experience and a good feeling, but we did not get that good feeling for sure.
Sometimes the best lessons you learn, though, are when things don't go your way and you have a little knot on your head to show for it.
Yeah.
But the one last thing before I let you go, I want one more positive out of it. Allie Barrett has been a little up and down for you. You've she and Greta have kind of back and forth, and Allie even got pulled Wednesday night, came back in and played reasonably well. She played great tonight.
Yeah.
13 digs is a career high for her. She got a lot of balls in serve receive that she put on target, and I thought she did a really good job locking down the back row for you, too.
Players like her, I really want to get some rhythm and them have fun and not play with so much pressure, in this game. And we got that in the first and second alley. For Allie, that was really good, too. And Gia started off really well and got going early. And so I just want to give them a little bit of a low pressure, let them play and get better. And I was really happy for Allie and Alyssa too. First time playing right back, And, I think she did some good things there in right back for us because Allie and Jamie have been really doing really good middle back defense. And so saw some good things in there that I think will help us going forward. But, they'll learn from it.
Well, you're going to bounce back, so you'll get to go kind of test the team because Lindenwood's a decent team. You're gonna have to kind of keep your level up, and then that'll ramp you right into the Big Ten next week.
Yeah, they're actually a really solid team. They won the league last year. Would have been in the NCAA tournament, but they weren't eligible yet. So they can play, and so we got to be ready.
Yeah, you have to get after it. I don't envy your talk in the locker rooms. I'm going to let you go have it, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Coach Jim Barnes of the victorious Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa moves to 8-3 on the season. He made the headset big, so
I know I got to adjust it every time.
Shrink it back down. Oh, yeah, that was it was funny because the Iowa State conversation, the post-match conversation with Coach was difficult because they didn't quite know how to, it's a tough 5-set loss. This one's a 4-set win and doesn't feel great either, really.
Right.
So it's tough to have the conversation. What your coach walking into the locker room now. I guess it's always more fun to teach lessons when you win. But what are you telling the locker room?
Yeah, I just think he has to really emphasize that third set is not Iowa volleyball. No matter who's out on the court, when you're out there, it's your mission to play the best volleyball that you can. And I don't think that they did that tonight. I feel like the first set they played the best, but every other set just didn't quite feel the same as the first. I feel like they were missing that spark, that zip that you were talking about. And East Texas A&M is a team that you have to have that zip from the beginning and finish all the way through. The Big Ten is no easy task, but a team like Texas A&M has to be automatic, and it did not feel automatic tonight.
No, when you give a team like that a little bit of life, then they showed really good fight. I mean,
they did, yeah.
It's a team that, obviously the season is not going anywhere near how they wanted to go, but yet they kept going. And there were a lot of great long defensive points where they fought, battled, and won points. And, I think barring weird injuries or things that always happen through a long season, that team's going to get better and better. I'm not suggesting they're going to be a fantastic top 25 team, but they're going to improve a lot as the year goes on just because loved what the coaching staff is doing with them, the positive coaching and moving. So I think it's going to be a better team. But to your point, this one you gotta slam the door right on their fingers and just never really let them back in.
Definitely. And they had lots of opportunities to do that tonight. And hopefully it's just a one-off. We can come back and show Lindenwood kind of the opposite. But a win is a win, but it's hard to be super proud about that one.
Well, let's go watch some football. That'll do it here tonight at Extreme Arena in Coralville. The Hawkeyes take it in 4, 25-16, 25-16, dropped the third 25-23 and came back and won the fourth 25-21. Iowa will finish the non-conference season on Sunday at home against Lindenwood at 2 o'clock. Come and spend a fall afternoon with the Hawks. I'll be by myself. Reagan's got to work.
I do, unfortunately.
But I'm John Evans for Reagan Coyle. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Hawks.